Hello everyone, Rurikhan here, and today I'm bringing you my very first impressions of Neverwinter, the MMO. Several people have asked me to actually go ahead and try out this particular game. I hadn't really had like access to closed beta or anything, so this is actually the first dungeon that I'm even making at this point, because I haven't even actually made a proper dungeon. I decided, like, you know what, let's just pop up the recorder and whatnot, see what we can do here. Supposedly, I'll be the tank, at least that's what it looks like. I'm playing a Guardian Fighter, and I'm gonna get started here, just gonna start pulling dudes, see what happens. So what is Neverwinter all about? And it's funny for me to actually say Neverwinter and not say Neverwinter Nights. It's hard, because I keep wanting to say Neverwinter Nights. But no, it's just called Neverwinter. Neverwinter is an MMO. It's built around lore, as well as it uses some mechanics from D&D, but then again, I haven't really kept up with how D&D has evolved over the ages. I have played some D&D, but as you guys can imagine, not only being in Portugal, where there really isn't a really big D&D scene, but also being an extremely busy individual. Oh crap, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, it's okay, never mind. Because someone was seeing it, but I was like, well, I'll just get it anyways. Oh, dude, chill out. That wasn't really an intended pun, it just happened that way. But, yeah, I mean, I'm a huge D&D fan. I like the D&D mechanics. I can't say that I've seen a whole lot of, you know, actual D&D mechanics. 'Cause, I mean, there's an AoE taunt, which is nothing that I can relate to D&D mechanics, so to speak. Also, there's the whole notion of daily abilities, which a lot of people that are not familiar with D&D even understand, like, what's a daily ability? It's because in Dungeons & Dragons you're supposed to adventure for a short while, and then you're supposed to kind of get your characters to rest, like in a realistic manner. Also, the thing is, the big deal about Dungeons & Dragons is that most of it is done through your imagination. Like, you have to imagine a lot of the stuff. Like, the rules aren't really set in stone, so to speak. It's all up to the imagination of the dungeon master. Holy crap, what the hell is that dude doing up there? Oh, nice! I like this flying charge. I was just like, I'll just jump up and try to charge him. Oh, that kind of worked. That was pretty cool. So it seems our healer's doing a decent job of keeping me healed up. This dungeon is supposed to be level 16, but I mean, I'm level 14, but I'm an amazing tank, so the hell with all this. Then again, I probably am sucking. But it's okay. I actually shouldn't have done that now that I think about it. I need to equip a different skill. But it's okay. I don't think it's going to be a big deal in the first dungeon we're making. So, something I definitely don't like is the fact that sound that you guys listen to. Dun 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 dun. That's me trying to use an ability that's still on cooldown. Not a huge fan of that. As a matter of fact, there's probably an option to turn that thing off. And I will probably have to do that at some point in the future. But let's talk about good points about this game. So, something that I've really enjoyed about the game is, for starters, it's got dwarves, which makes sense considering that this is a D&D game. I really like this control wizard stuff, just throwing people around. I think it's kind of cool. Oh, dudes, what the hell is this? Stuff just getting thrown in the air and whatnot. I really like the combat. The combat is very satisfying. I really enjoy the fact that they have dwarves. Instead of me having to kind of pick a character that looks like a dwarf, I got to actually make a dwarf. The biggest issues I have with the fact that how my dwarf is made is the fact that he uses a sword. And it's actually in the description. Guardian fighters use swords, and I guess Guardian fighters use swords makes sense, but dwarves using swords, oh man, please, can I have a hammer, a mace, something? I mean, I'm probably going to get those further into the game, I expect, at least. So, it's not something that I am too concerned with, but it's just, again, it's just one of those little things, and you guys know that I tend to nitpick that kind of stuff. What the hell? I want to get this thing. Religion kit broke. I broke the religion kit and I didn't get the thing. Great. Good job, Rurikhan. You're doing amazing. But yeah, so far I've been playing a little bit of it. I started playing this last night. Actually, today is, I believe, the 2nd of May, which is interesting because it's like, Rurikhan is like, 3 days until you get married. Yeah, it is. And I'm here making videos for you guys. That's just the way it is. Ooh, this guy makes a ton of damage. Let's go. Oh, nice interrupt. Good job. No, dude. You stay here and you fight me. You stay here and you fight me like a good little boy and you get the crap beaten out of you. So, one of the things that I had, like, as a preconception when I started... Why the hell are we going here? The path says the other way. Okay. I guess we're going this way then. You guys just throw these people all over the place. But one of the preconceptions I had going into this game is that I thought... Holy crap. Sorry, really need to focus down here. Stun this guy. Kill this guy. Oh, that guy got killed. Good stuff. Again, let's try this again. One of the preconception notions I had was the fact that this game was going to be mostly instance dungeon based, and some of you guys might have a problem with that because a lot of people really enjoy explorations, and it's not to say that I don't. I really do enjoy exploration in MMOs as well, definitely. So an instance MMO is definitely something to consider when you're considering whether or not this is going to be like your MMO of choice, because MMOs are obviously a meaningful investment. So you want to always, like, you know, make sure that you're getting into the right one. And some people are not too comfortable with the whole idea of MMOs that are just completely instance-based. And this MMO is kind of instance-based, as in, like, the world isn't really, like, fully connected. I mean, if I had to look at it from any perspective, I would say it's kind of like Guild Wars 2. Because in Guild Wars 2, you know, you have those zones that you go in and you make quests in a specific zone and area. This game has kind of the same thing. So far, the areas that I've been exposed to seem to be a little bit smaller than the areas in Guild Wars 2. However, that's something that Guild Wars 2 did not have for me, which obviously, as you guys are probably aware of by now, was a big deal. Jesus Christ. I still have some issues keeping aggro. I need to get some more aggro with my character. But one of the biggest issues I have with Guild Wars 2, as you guys probably know by now, because I think I complained about it in every single Guild Wars 2 video I've ever made, is the fact that it does not have a group finder, whereas this game, it has a group finder. And I'm just a sucker for doing dungeons, as you guys know. I mean, it's just my thing. I love doing dungeons. Pretty sure all these guys kind of overlevel me. Yeah, they do. I was just wondering what the hell is going on. Why can't I keep aggro? I can't keep aggro because people overlevel the crap out of me. That's why. And also, I probably am doing something wrong, but I don't really care. It seems to be working so far, so we'll keep doing it. I just want to have a little look-see behind here. Oh, damn it. Rubber banding. This seems to be an issue that a lot of people complain about, that there seems to be some rubber banding. I just love spells that throw enemies all over the place, even though it's incredibly annoying for me to try and keep aggro, but it's a lot of fun to see. Oh, let's do a AoE taunt here. Boosh. Okay, we got it. Seems we got aggro on pretty much everything. Good. Oh, we're losing a lot of health. I'm going to activate this particular spell, which is my daily spell, so to speak. Holy crap. My daily spell gives me life leech. Trying to block. Here's another thing that's a really big deal for me in this game that I just love. And that is the fact that you have active blocking. And active blocking to me is just one of the coolest things you can possibly put in a proper combat system. God damn it! Aggro all over the place. Come to me. Come at me. That's right. It also seems that you can't always get aggro on everyone just by doing, you know, just by spamming taunt, because it seems that sometimes monsters just want to turn away and stuff, but man, like I tell you guys, the thing about active blocking is just it really makes a game for me. I just love it. I like the fact that it's not dependent. Is this for me? Blade weapon, great weapon, fighter, bats, crap. Wow, I won with a roll of 95. Did no one else get to roll on it, or what the hell happened? I usually don't win loot this easily, so yeah. That's why I'm wondering. Well, you guys get that Arcana stuff. I don't care about Arcana crap anyways. But definitely... Oh, wait. What the hell are you guys doing up there? Is there stuff here? Oh, interesting. You could like actually come up here and like play with your caster from up here. Cool stuff. So the combat is incredibly satisfying so far. It seems to be one of the major draws according to what they've been selling it as. It's like, oh, it's got this amazing action combat, and I can confirm the combat is definitely cool. It is definitely one of the strong points in the game, at least so far at this basic level, because I've only reached level 14 so far, so it's not like I have a really clear-cut idea of what the combat's going to be about. I like the fact that they're limiting the number of abilities that you have, not because it's like, oh, you can't handle more than one ability, Rurikhan, is that it? No, that's not the point. I think a lot of people sometimes get that point when people say that you have a limited number of abilities is good. The point is, I would rather the game focus a lot more on like how good you can manage the abilities you do have, as opposed to how many abilities you can use at once, you know? That's a lot cooler, like actually focusing on how good you are at noticing enemy tells and stuff like that to pop your block, or if you're a different character from a dwarf, you'll have like a dodge ability or something. Different character from the dwarf, from a guardian fighter is what I mean. Also, it seems that these classes are based on, whoa, Makred the Foul. Oh, it's an orc. I like killing orcs. Kill the greenskins. That's what I say. Get your ass over here, Mr. Orc. Someone just over-aggroed me. You guys better not be over-aggroing the Khan. I'll be pretty pissed off. Bong. As you guys can see, I think the thing about blocking is that it brings in just this really cool mechanic that you're not really dependent on percentages anymore. Oh, ads. I keep forgetting that even during boss fights, there's a whole bunch of ads that usually tend to show up, so... Holy crap. Thank you for gathering those up nicely. Man, Control Wizard is like one of the best things to team up with a tank, I have to say, because he seems to like bring things together in a very nice manner. Man, I really need to change my daily ability, because I mean, this daily ability that I have equipped right now, it gives me life leech. Holy crap, I'm not tanking a damn thing. You mind if I tank you? Thank you. Thank you very much. I almost blocked that, but I ended up blocking it with my face. Also, clerics might not be really wanting to get into melee range. Let's try and stun him. Yes. See if we can AoE taunt. Thank you. Fight me, damn you! Move away from the spells. It's just a lot of action, and which is a good thing. I really like this combat system. It's very entertaining. It keeps you on the edge of your seat as opposed to like, oh, I'm just going to spam these keys. No, it's a lot more emphasis on your positioning and whatnot than actually spamming stuff. Come on. 3 seconds on my AoE taunt. Another thing is also your taunt does like a ton of damage. It's actually AoE damage and stuff. Totem of Grumsh. The hell is this? Seems to be Devoted Cleric, whatever. Don't really need that. One of the other things about it is that it seems the game has like specific times where you should be doing stuff. Like as you can see here on the sides, if you do some of these things while it's on their bonus times or whatever. Is that like an item? As my party just ventures forth and I'm not really there to tank stuff. Again, it doesn't seem like I'm doing a particularly effective job of actually tanking. See, I just taunted him and he's still like running after people. It's kind of weird. I still don't have a full grasp on aggro mechanics in this game. But continuing on with what I was saying, combat, incredibly satisfying. Voice acting, because they do a lot of voice acting during quests. I don't really care that much about it. The reason why is because the voice acting is not really stellar. It doesn't really get you involved or even concerned about it. And at a certain point, it's just like people are just reading what would otherwise be like a text quest in World of Warcraft. So it's like, there really isn't much of a reason for you to listen to. I mean, it's definitely nice that it's there for those players that would give a damn about it. But I don't know. I just don't find myself that particularly interested in the normal everyday quest lines and that kind of thing. Damn, I'm taking a lot of damage. I want to use my daily, try to heal myself up in damage. Gonna pop my taunt. Now, another one of the big problems that I have with the game is respecking. And this was a big deal for me ever since I saw Force's video on it, because man, I've been watching a lot of Force's videos, which is weird because I usually don't tend to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm more of a producer than a consumer when it comes to YouTube. But I've been watching Force's coverage on this game because I've been curious as to whether or not I would be interested in it. And definitely the combat systems seem interesting, but something that really ticked me off is the fact that you actually, it's really hard, apparently, to get like stuff to respec. Like the actual in-game items that you need to respec, which I honestly don't even know what those are. I just know that you can respec in-game because Force said so in his video. I haven't even found the supposed item. I think they're astral crystals or something. I have 0 of that. I have no astral crystals that I can speak of. So I'm not going to be able to respec, and that is a problem because it's like, it's not really going to allow you to experiment on things before you actually commit to your final decision on what your final build is going to be. And also, as Force himself said, you're not going to necessarily want to have the same skills if you're doing PvE or PvP, because yes, this game also has battleground based PvP. I actually did a match last night. It was pretty fun, but the match last night was pretty fun because I was playing with Pallytime, and Pallytime decided to roll a healer. So I mean, you guys know how it is, being a melee class running around in the battleground with a healer. I mean, it's just cool beans all the way. I haven't really commented much on the graphics. I mean, the graphics aren't going to blow your mind away. They're not amazing or anything like it. And something that definitely did not blow my mind, as a matter of fact, had quite the opposite effect, has been the actual animations. Oh crap! Might actually die here. Ooh, maybe not. Good God, this control wizard is definitely on the ball here, a lot more so than me, I have to admit. This control, I think he's a control wizard anyways, considering all the stuff that he's doing. I love this stuff, look at that. Get over here, bastards. Throg the Ravenous. Oh, another orc. We're just killing greenskins left and right, that's what I'm talking about. Shield slam, shield slam. So, one of my subscribers also told me, like, oh man, you gotta try this game out, it's got amazing shield slams. I'm sorry, these are some seriously subpar shield slams. You're not gonna be shield slamming that hardcore, really. But the thing about shield slams is that it has a cool mechanic to it, which is the fact that your shield slams fill up your guard bar. Like you guys will notice, as I block hits, a guard bar appears to the left of me. You guys are seeing it now, slowly regenerating to the left of my character. That guard bar basically tells me how much I can block before they actually break my guard. And once they break your guard, is that like a thing? No. Why is the guy the boss down here? Okay, I'll go down there. And damn it. Where's the rest of the party? Get your asses down here. Oh, an ogre. I killed a whole bunch of these guys. I thought he was an orc. That was a damn shame. That was a disappointment. I would have rather killed an orc. Much more into killing orcs than ogres. You dude, over here. Let's try and mark him. We also have an ability that's mark. It's like a hunter's mark, but for a warrior it seems, which is kind of weird because I always have some issues actually marking this thing down. Come on, need to do AoE taunts. Oh, I already used it. Damn! Smack. As you guys can see, you really need to be able to read the tells on your enemies so that you know when to block, when to dodge, all that kinds of stuff. I really like that effect of the black hole as they just get sucked in there. It's pretty cool. Let's just get all these guys' attention, since the ogre is not that big of a deal to begin with. Let's buff ourselves again, get some life leech. Hello. Keep blocking everything, shield slamming people. But again, I keep getting sidetracked. It's very hard to actually do live commentary on a dungeon like this. especially when you're not experienced in the game just yet. But I think we're doing a pretty decent job. Oh, we haven't died yet. Damn it, I got stomped. Ooh, well, that might be coming just about to happen, Rurikhan. Don't you worry about that. Stun your face. Die. Shield slam. Thank you, Control Wizard, for tossing people against me. I love that. Seems to be one of them left. Hello. Ooh. God damn it. Healer, what the hell were you doing, man? Resurrect me, dudes. What's this? Great Weapon Fighter. God damn it, only Great Weapon Fighter stuff. Help me! Help me, I'm down! This item has unknown properties. Yes, I will greed this. What the hell is this? Trickster Rogue. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be able to res. I guess not. I guess now I have to walk all the way back to where they were. I wonder what kind of penalty... Oh yeah, I get an injury for dying. You're supposed to actually have to use like stuff to fix your injuries. You are injured. Reduces your damage by a moderate amount. Great. I do have some of these things that remove injuries. There you go. Well, there you go, Rurikhan. You were complaining about not dying. The game kind of fixed that for you. I do believe, however, that healers are supposed to be able to revive, but I'm not 100% sure how the mechanic on that works yet, and I definitely don't want to be like hindering the group by not being able to do proper damage. As I said earlier, the graphics are not going to blow you away, but they're pretty decent. I definitely like the fact that this game has dwarves. You guys know me. I mean, I'm down for anything that's got dwarves in it. It's just the way I roll. And let's see what this is about. Ooh, better be careful not to fall down here. Actually, I did not get to loot any of that stuff. Seal of the whatever. And there's also another item here that I won't be able to get. Hey guys, it's not my fault. The healer was not on the ball. Then again, I haven't really been doing such an amazing job now, have I? How do we proceed? Oh, kind of cool. Crystals changing colors and stuff. I mean, I don't have a lot of complaints about the engine so far. I like the engine. It's got decent performance. My major issue with it, though, is just the animations. I wish the animations were done a little bit better. I mean, I'm not sure if it's just for my class or due to the fact that I'm a dwarf or something. I don't know. Bang! I actually just stunned those guys. Didn't really seem to do much. Block, block. And earlier I was talking about the guard mechanic, which is a specific mechanic to the Guardian fighter. As far as I'm aware, I think he's the only one who's going to be running around with a shield and blocking. Probably maybe when the Paladin comes out, he's going to do that as well. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a Paladin coming out for this game. I'm not 100% sure though, but I mean, come on, it's just a logical thing. Let's greed. We can't really use that. Ooh, money. We need all the money. Maybe the Paladins will also be able to use shields and whatnot. I would have liked it to remain more in line with Dungeons and Dragons, because I mean, let's face it, this thing is like themed around Dungeons and Dragons, but the rule set is not really that much about Dungeons and Dragons itself, at least not in my opinion. Shield slam, stun, AoE taunt. Man, control mages must be beasts in PvP. Again, assuming that thing is a control mage. Guys, attack me, I'm a tank. Please. Holy crap. It's really hard to keep up with the action and actually do proper commentary at this point. Where are you going? Going somewhere, Holmes? Let's just go ahead and taunt everyone here. Oh, this guy is actually like throwing stuff from the ceiling. That's pretty cool. We've leveled up. We're now level 15. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, there was a dude here. I didn't even see him. Get your ass in here. Just chain CCing on this guy. The Eye of Grunsh. But I mean, even then, like I was saying, even though it's not the whole D&D, you know, rule set the same way, pen and paper and whatnot, they do kind of have a lot of stuff that takes you back, like the whole daily abilities thing, and a lot of the lore comes back from it as well, which is something I can definitely appreciate because I'm a huge fan of D&D lore. And I don't know, I just like D&D based games. It's just, I also liked the very first Dungeons & Dragons Online by Turbine. Well, that's not really the very first Dungeons & Dragons Online game that was ever made, I don't think, but I also really liked that. Something that I definitely liked in that game was also the fact that the dungeons were actually narrated, which gave you that pen and paper feel. And here it doesn't seem like they're going for the same approach that they have on that game, but still, again, it's just dungeoning. Instance dungeons, I really love it, you know, being a tank for a group. It's just got that itch that I needed to scratch since I played World of Warcraft that I couldn't really get from World of Warcraft anymore because, you know, I didn't want to keep on paying the whole subscription fee thing, and a lot of the raids also got boring after a while. Like, World of Warcraft is definitely a great game for people that can still find enjoyment out of it. I was just like totally burned out of that. And this is a kind of a fresher take on the whole dungeoning thing, so I'm happy with it. I definitely like the combat system. I like the fact that it's simplified, which allows you to have a more, you know, like a more movement-based experience. Movement by movement, I mean positionally based experience, which focuses more on how you position and how good are you at reading tells of enemies, as opposed to just focusing on how good you are and how many keys you can spam or how many buttons your mouse has. So I can only say good things about that particular aspect of it. Main issue still respecking. I still can't believe that respecking is like you actually have to either pay real money for it, or it's like this currency that seems to be really hard to come by at this point. Maybe it becomes easier later on, I'm not sure. But at this point it would seem to me like if I wanted to respec, I'd be in some tough troubles. I also don't like something about when the way you spend your power points. It's like they kind of force you to spend power points even if you have to put them in skills that you don't really care about. You're going to have to spend those points. And you're like, but I don't want this skill and I might want to have something further ahead. I don't like the way they've implemented it as much. It's kind of hard for me to explain right now. I might go into that once we actually exit the dungeon, because obviously I'm not going to be, oh, let's just pause this, guys, while I, because I'm kind of doing a YouTube video and stuff. Ooh, spears to the face. Oh yeah, that's another thing that happens a lot when you're like doing instance things like kind of dungeons and whatnot. There's a lot of traps in the environment, which is something I definitely love, because usually I suspect at least that once you get further up into the game, into more advanced dungeons, if you have a rogue that's kind of on the ball, he's going to be able to actually disarm traps and find traps ahead of your group. So you're not necessarily going to want to have the tank just going through and pulling everything. You might want to actually have the rogue going ahead, kind of scouting. At least I hope that's what they're going for. Because if that's not the thing, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed once I get further up into the game. Because one of the big things about Dungeons & Dragons that a lot of people don't understand is that rogues aren't necessarily huge damage dealers. The whole point of rogues in Dungeons & Dragons is more, you know, of them like finding traps and really being this utility-based class. Which I'm not sure if that is the case in this game or not, but that really is the point. And I think, like I said, I was talking about another game earlier, which was Dungeons & Dragons Online, and I feel those guys really hammered that nail in the head when they kind of made rogues this essential class to have access to secret passageways and stuff like that within the dungeons of that game, which I thought was really, really cool. And I would like to see similar mechanics employed here to kind of bring back that Dungeons & Dragons vibe of actually having a character that goes on ahead, scouts the enemies, prepares you guys for the fights. You know, that kind of stuff. You've discovered a new campsite. Seems that we're going to be moving onwards here. Must gather your party before venturing forth. Seems that dude wants to heal up a little bit. Dude, I'm the tank. Healer needs to heal me. That's such a scumbag thing to say. Vanzi Bloodska. Again, an orc slash ogre, whatever you want to call it. Oh crap, he's got axes. I thought he was going to be like a caster kind of dude. Dude, get your ass back here. Damn it, I just wasted a skill. Let's try and taunt this dude. Get him away from our group. You might want to move away from that. There we go. And here come the... Oh, I thought I saw an ad somewhere. Here we taunt. Stun. Doesn't really seem to care about my stuns. He also just seems to charge random people every now and then. Shield slam. Oh, look at all those people there. Yeah, it seems the boss just kind of charges random people. See, we need to shield slam because as you guys can see, the guy actually broke my guard. So you need to actually shield slam to get your guard back. I'm trying to basically just keep aggro on this guy. But he just charges random people. It seems like that's one of the mechanics of this fight. No, thank you. Hey, we taunt all these guys. Let's see if we can stun the boss. Nope. Charge! Charge! Vanzi Bloodska. Want to move away from that AoE. Gonna taunt as much as I possibly can. Keep on going. Shield slam. I definitely do like the fact that there's a shield slam. I just not a huge fan of like what it does, because the only thing it's really useful for, as far as I can tell, it's to get your guard back. Apart from that, it doesn't do that much damage. And again, it's not really supposed to do damage, I guess. It is a shield slam after all, but I would like to see some more of a stagger effect on enemies. I know that it's supposed to weaken them if they're like crappy enemies, but then again, crappy enemies just die so fast. Cloak Tower, most damage dealt. Kaban. Boots of the Chieftain. Trickster Rogue. Damn it. The immovable object, most damage taken, the living dead, most times fallen. Great. I get all the crap. The field medic. That's kind of cool. So that's the end of the cloak tower? I thought it was going to be a bit longer. It said like 45 minutes. Now supposedly we get a special chest because we did do it during the dungeon delve, and that seems to be what most players are already doing downstairs. They're up against them chests. Out of line of sight? What about the bonus chest? Is this it? What do we get for the bonus chest? We got like nothing. Come on. We were supposed to get like this big bonus chest thing. Aww. Did I actually miss something? I don't think I did. It seemed like the bonus chest was that thing. Put crystal here. Where? What the hell is this guy talking about? Doesn't seem like we can actually do... Oh! I have no idea what's going on. Put crystal here. I'm lost. Do I have any crystals even? No, I don't. Well, I got the hero's reward too. Yay, which gives me some scrolls of identification, which I no longer had. Apparently scrolls of identification is one of those premium things. I mean, the biggest deal I have with this game so far is that a lot of the premium stuff is stuff that I don't really appreciate the fact that it's premium. Now I realize developers gotta make money somewhere, all that stuff. I fully comprehend this, but still, I mean, like for instance, really, respecs? Respecs is a thing that you kinda need to pay for? I don't know how I feel about that. Respecs, also there's a lot of chests that you don't have access to, although Terra kind of does the whole chest thing as well. But I think in Terra there's still like ways for you to get keys without without actually having to pay for it. Again, I'm still just confused as to what did I get out of the chest. It doesn't seem like I actually got anything. Which was really disappointing. I wanted to get bonus and stuff from the chest. I got nothing. God damn it. Oh well, guess we're exiting the dungeon. And I'm going to take some time to kind of look at a couple of skills and whatnot. So this thing here, Tower District, is, like I told you, it's one of the places where you can actually, you know, do quests in the same way as Guild Wars 2 area. There's enemies here and stuff, and there's a bunch of quests. There's dudes that, like, this dude supposedly trades you for some bounties. I'm actually curious to see. Oh, I can get a many arrows treasure cache that contains random equipment and the chance at unique equipment. Ooh, interesting. Because I actually been killing a whole ton of orcs, so I get these marks and I can buy these things. Let's actually see what this thing will give me. Buy this. There. Let's see what this thing will give you. I'll be the guinea pig for it. There you go. Where is it? It's over here. Open the box. What's in the box? Oh, really? One really crappy looking... What does this do? 16 critical strike, 16 armor pen. Well, that's going right in the sales bag. 52 defense, 24 critical strike. These are some boots that I already had. I'm going to be switching these over. Obviously, there's also like a similar mechanic to soul binding. Got some Trickster Rogue boots that I'm really not going to use. Control Wizard chest, not going to use that either. You got some kits that we can... Oh, this is the sword. Warrior sword. Yeah, I can't use this stuff because it's Great Weapon Fighter. It's like a two-handed class as opposed to mine. Let's have a little quick look at this. Tempered Caster's Orb. So we can't use that either. I'll just leave that there. Radiant Enchantment. Double click to fuse. I have no idea what this one does. Seems like it's like some kind of a socketable item. Cool beans. Let's put all this stuff here. Just kind of organizing through my inventory. You guys can get a good look at that too. But let's now switch on to characters. So, how does this thing work? So, you get your character. You can equip like pieces of gear. Just pretty basic stuff like any other MMO you could possibly ever seen. They do give you the whole thing that the throwback to the Dungeons & Dragons, how you manage stats and whatnot. I actually re-rolled the dices at the start when I created this character because you can re-roll the dices. Again, giving you that D&D feel. And I re-rolled the dices a whole bunch of times until I got like 18 strength and 18 constitution, which I feel, okay, this is a pretty decent starting thing for what I would do in a warrior if I was doing the whole D&D thing. So I just went with that. So these are my stats. Currently I've only like added 1 point into strength, 1 point into constitution. If this was actually Dungeons and Dragons, I would have probably just added straight up 2 points into constitution, but since I'm not that familiar with this particular mechanic because it functions in different ways from Dungeons and Dragons, I decided not to go that route. So let's see, we have the enhanced mark. These are your abilities that I was talking about. So the thing is, in order for you to actually put the second rank in an ability, you need to have 10 points invested into the tree. So let's suppose all you wanted to do is max out Tide of Iron, right? You can't. You need to put points in other places. Like, for instance, you need to put points in Lunging Strike. You need to put points in Shield Talon. You need to put points in Villain's Menace. You need to put points in a lot of stuff before you can actually move forward. Once you invest 10 points, you can put points in here. Once you invest 15 points, which is what I achieved last time, you can invest in here. And I realize this is similar to many other games, but still, it's a system that I am not a huge fan of because I do not like investing in skills that I will most likely not use that much in the future. For instance, I ended up putting 1 point into stun. I'm not sure how much I will be using the stun in the future because the point of my character is actually more PvE oriented, so it kind of ticked me off a little bit. But anyways, let's see, we have enhanced mark and we have guarded assault. While blocking, reflect 1% of incoming damage to your attacker. I like this. I like this very much because I do make a lot of blocking, although 1% of damage is almost like nothing What's enhanced mark about? Targets now build threat while marked, and you generate 33% more threat. Well, I definitely do need threat, so I think I'm going to be going for enhanced mark, even though I haven't really mastered the mark feature itself. You just got to press it, I know, but I don't know. I'm not very comfortable using that particular mechanic just yet. And these are your feats. You will invest points in these things until you eventually reach a certain number of points, which I'm not exactly sure how much it is, and then you can either become a conqueror, you can become a protector, or you can become a tactician. Now, so far I'm leaning towards the protector because I just want to be as tanky as humanly possible.
Hail, adventurer.
So that is the whole thing that I'm pointing towards. We'll see what I do here. When you guard an attack, your attacker briefly deals less damage. Increases the effectiveness of armor and armor class. Control power. This seems like it's more for PvP. I'm going to get this. I want to increase my armor class. Yeah, commit those changes. There's also going to be some kind of thing that you can get companions. It seems that it's a system in the veins of SWTOR, that you also have a constant companion with you when you're leveling up. But I think that kind of stuff only really unlocks on level 16. So I guess I still gotta wait, and probably my companion is going to be a mage. Hopefully something that can heal me, because right now it's actually a pain in the ass to solo. Last night I was playing with Pally-Time, and it was a blast to just tore through these quests, no problem, because he would heal me, I would tank, like easy peasy. But ever since I've been playing by myself, it's a little bit different, and you actually have to rely on blocking a lot more than I would last night. So, oh, you also have to pick between your class features. I was not aware of that. So eventually I will have to pick, let's say, damn it, it's not U, it's not K, it's C. There. So eventually I'll have to pick between shield talent and guarded assault, for instance, right? Because I can put these here, yeah, just like I expected. Okay, I wasn't aware of that yet, but there you go. And there's all these other powers that you will unlock as you proceed onward. So far, it seems like to be a really solid combat system, class system, skills that you get. Because if you notice, you're only ever going to have these two skills, which are left mouse button, right mouse button. So in my case, it's cleave and tide of iron. Then I also happen to have a specific skill, which is the blocking, which I just start blocking and then I can still poke people or shield slam them a little bit. But these attacks obviously deal less damage than if I was to just be slicing them up. But obviously this gives me the option to be blocking a boss while still be poking some hits on him. And then there's these daily powers that you have. Let me just actually show you guys what I think is the coolest one, if I can actually get it. This is, so far it's my favorite daily power yet on the Guardian Fire. I'll show you guys once this thing finishes. Let's just find some random enemies that we can beat up and just use as training dummies. There have been a ton of players playing this game, so far the game seems to be having a pretty decent launch. Anyways, let's just beat up a couple. Oh, these guys are not like even a challenge anymore. Oh, let's just throw this thing then. Boom. As you can see, it's like a shockwave thing, throws people up in the air and stuff. So that's why I think it's kind of cool. And here's the thing that you guys can tell. Even though they're not really much of a challenge, if they hit you enough, it's like I'm almost at half health. Which is why you guys saw me actually using the life leech thing, because when I'm soloing, I'm basically going to be forced to use the life leech thing in order to kind of stay alive if I don't want to just be chugging pots left, right, and center. I was practicing that stuff when I was kind of soloing last night. But as you can see, this is the kind of scenery that you can expect when you're doing your solo quests. I mean, obviously, that'll change as you move onward. You guys might have noticed this little thing here on the floor. This is actually something that a lot of people will not like. But in MMOs, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it, because, I mean, when I'm doing an MMO, a lot of the times it's like my brain's in off mode, because we all know that MMOs demand a lot of grinding. It's just the nature of the business. They need to keep you playing as often as possible, or force you to buy stuff, specifically because it's kind of a free-to-play game, kind of force you to buy stuff in order to keep on playing. So it's just inherently kind of a grindy nature in every MMO. So when I'm playing MMOs, usually it's like my brain is off and I'm just like running around killing stuff And this thing kind of helps. What this does is you can select the specific quest that you want to track. Like for instance, I have all these quests right now in my quest log, and I can just say, okay, I want to do driving back the orcs. This thing will change. You will look around, and it's not even on this map. So it will actually not do anything. But if your quest was on this map, it would show you where you had to go. Like for instance, I want to go turn in this quest. Well, you have to go that way. But I'm not going to do that quest right now. I'm just showing you guys what the whole point of this lighting thing is. It also tells you which way you're supposed to be going when you're in a dungeon. And now, for the final feature that I wanted to address is this game has player-made content. It has this foundry system, which I'm not exactly sure how it works. I haven't tested it, I haven't tried it out. But basically, in this foundry system, what you can do is, let's say, let me just try. I wish there was something like how many minutes. Do not solo, average duration 103 minutes. Holy crap, average duration 21 minutes. Average duration 0 minutes, 19 minutes. But anyways, you get these quests, and they actually take you to player-made quests. I'm not exactly sure how much the players actually make, but let me just kind of show you a quick example here. So I accepted that one quest. Now I go to my journal. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, it's already set as active. So what I do, the quest is called Hidden Blade, so I'm going to go up to my map here. If you exit your area, it just shows you a map. And lurking in Black Lake, you are here, Protector's Enclave, the Brooker Nomination Speed Delivery. Is it this one? Black Lake District? Is that the name of the quest? Because I kind of missed it. It's called a Hidden Blade. Visit the Mithral Gate near the market? I have no idea where that quest is, but ideally that quest shows up in here. So it would be here most likely, I think. Not 100% sure. Loading Black Lake District. Okay, so visit the Mithral Gate. Is this the thing? No. Doesn't seem to be working for some reason. My bad. I guess.
Be prepared to defend yourself beyond this point.
Wait, there seems to be some kind of a quest that I can actually hand in here. Return to Hazel the Alchemist. Although, yeah, this is just lurking in Black Lake. It's not really the quest that I wanted to do. I wanted to get a different foundry. Is the foundry... I'm not sure if this foundry is working, because there's certain foundries that aren't working. Okay, this one is working. Okay, Hidden Blade. This is the one that I just tried doing. Didn't work. Let's try it. Oh, Black Lake Ghost Gold. Okay, I did this one last night. This one works for sure. So as you can see, there's now this thing, the Delving Dwarves Mining Company headquarters. So now you can go here, and all the content you see from here on out is apparently player-generated content. So I'm not sure if they actually get to craft the whole surrounding, craft the level. I have no idea how that works, but this is a player quest. So you talk to this guy. Obviously, there's not going to be voice acting because this is a player quest. We finally got ourselves some hired muscle. So saw the posting, whatever. You guys got some dialogue here. And move on, please. Yes, good, whatever. Sounds straightforward enough. Nod and move on. And then from here, you kind of do stuff like you can... Basically, you investigate these sludge elementals. Obviously, I'm just going through it really fast to kind of show you guys that, you know, there's these kind of things in player-generated quests. So it's like, despite all the stuff that's been crafted inside the game by the game developers, there's also all of these other things that you can do and experience. Don't kill your miners. Got it. Obviously, you want to go ahead and pay attention to this, but as you can see, a player can craft like a quest like this, and I think that's kind of cool. And you also get rewards, you get XP, you get stuff like that for doing these foundry quests. Now, can this system be exploited by players to just boost their characters up and whatnot? I doubt it, because I mean, you would think that if they're doing something as kind of as integrated as this, that a player can actually make quests, you'd figure they would probably balance it, specifically because it's an MMO, and unless they balance it, they're not going to get their money's worth out of it. So, again, for a first impressions, it's again, a pretty long video, I'm sorry. But it gives you guys a pretty good idea of what to expect from Neverwinter. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to be playing it some more in the future because I can't really play a whole lot in the upcoming weeks because Side Strafe's coming to visit, and got my wedding on Sunday, and after that going to be running around the country, and it's going to be a crazy couple of next weeks. But anyways, I do plan on revisiting this title. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.